Hello viewers, I'm Simon Christie and welcome to 4 Drive TV. Now we have a jam-packed episode, no delay, let's get stuck straight into it. Tread lightly, keep it safe, play hard.
Of all the great four-wheel drive destinations in Australia, the iconic Cape York with its adventure and raw beauty has always held the greatest attraction. Conquering Cape York gives a sense of achievement, making it still the great adventure. For those wishing to experience the true Cape York, the track following the old Telegraph line is the way to go. It is also by far the most challenging. The track commences at Bramwell Junction Roadhouse, where food and fuel is available.
Okay, Tech, we've just hit the Bramwell Junction. We'll be heading up the OTL.
Peter Icon of Cape York Connections was the tour leader for the trip. Peter's wife, Michelle, and their boys, Sheldon and Miles, were travelling with him in their 60 Series Land Cruiser, affectionately known as the Queen. The first section of the old Telegraph Track wends its way up to near Twin Falls, where it meets with and crosses the Bamaga Road. From Bramwell, it is only 3 kilometres to Palm Creek, where it was into the thick of it right away. The entrance ramp was a shocker, rocky and lumpy at the top and muddy at the bottom. Peter went down to check it out. Although he knew the track like the back of his hand, it changes each year, mainly due to the wet season storms. First, Pete organised a crew to remove some of the timber from the track, as it often gets caught or flicks up and causes damage. Next, he had some dry material shovelled into the wheel tracks of the exit ramp to soak up some of the water dragged up by previous vehicles. Bringing the Queen through, he paused to let the water settle and drain off the vehicle, so as not to drag more onto the track. His attention to detail paid off. Pete then directed the others through. Gary, known as Stretch, had his turn in his Navara dual cab ute. Steve was next in his trusty Hilux. With plenty of encouragement, he made it with no problems. It's always an adventure travelling the old Telegraph Track, as it hasn't been maintained since the line was closed in 1987. The Telegraph line was first built in 1887 to connect Brisbane with Thursday Island. Later, during the Second World War, it was upgraded. The only reminder now is the occasional upright pole and a track frequented by every adventurer heading for the tip of the mainland. Gunshot Creek is notorious for its steep, straight-down ramps. Pete checked out the available options.
2-ton trucks in here.
For those not wishing to tackle Gunshot, there is a bypass road which is well signposted. Pete located a chicken run and started bringing vehicles down.
Extra slow. Righto. Righto, you can start turning now, Steve. That's it. That's it. You're down, mate. Beautiful. Hey! Up goes the leg. Clear the washout and then to the left.
Shannon chose the straight down option, so Pete talked her through it.
As you are. That right's perfect. Right. That's it. There she comes. There she comes. Might need all your brakes soon. A little bit to the left. Leave it as it is. Yep. You're done. Just back a bit, Shelly.
All went fine until she found herself stuck in the wheel ruts of the last Intrepid vehicle.
Pretty boggy, isn't it? I think I've just bellied out. It's shocking. Worse than last year's one.
It was out with a winch and attached to the Queen to assist the big Nissan out.
Yeah, I'm going to park here and then get the others through.
Everyone else was happy to come down the chicken run. Later on, a refreshing dip at Fruit Bat Falls was most welcome.
Hi, Chris Roberts from Mean Mother 4-wheel drive products. A question I regularly get asked is, will a Mean Mother winch fit into my bull bar? Simple answer is yes. All Mean Mother 4-wheel drive winches run a 254 by 114.3 mounting pattern, which is a standard pattern for any bar or any bar fabricator. The only thing you need to consider when buying a winch is to ensure is that you are using a quality bull bar that is manufactured for a winch or has a compatible winch cradle. The difficult part of fitting a winch to a bull bar is getting the right accessories to go with that install. That's why you want to deal with a quality company that has a range of fitting accessories to make your install easy and professional. For example, this bull bar requires a 25mm offset, so the customer ordered a 25mm offset alloy fair lead to complement his winch and his install. The other things that other customers may order is a control box mounting bracket if they wish to mount the control box on the top. You can also order different lengths of cable, or for something completely different, in-cabin control, so that way you can control the winch inside your cabin. So yes, a Mean Mother winch will fit your bar, so to personalise your vehicle to make it functional, user-friendly, and most importantly, safe in operation. I'm Chris from Mania Four Wheel Drive. For more information, visit the 4 Wheel Drive TV website and follow the links.
I'm Clint Reid from Readies 4x4. I run the Readies 4x4 Mania events. We've got another event planned in the next couple of months coming up where we're going to run some great stages in the creek, some more mud racing in the arena and get really amongst it. The next event is going to be really good. Hopefully the weather gets a bit more wetter and the paddocks get a bit more green and we'll have a bit of fun sliding around in the creek. It should be really good. The next event with the entry fee for the comp truck cars, we've actually charged them $300 per car to enter and that money's going to go straight to a kids charity. So it's just a really good way to get involved and help out the charities while we're actually having races at the same time. We don't actually have to handle the money. The money goes straight into a charity. They bring us a receipt to say that they've paid a charity and that's their enter into the race. So at the same time we can go out and have fun, we can raise some money for some sick kids and it makes it all well worth doing in the future. The last race we ran was a big success. We made about $8,500 for the kids' charities, so that was great. It really lifts your game at the end of the day when you come home and you're buggered and tired and putting up with people whinging about how deep the mud was or how they rolled over and hurt their new car. When we can run these races and put events on and still make money for charity, it's just really good and it's just really lifting. There's been no events in Victoria in the last 3 years because they're getting so hard to get the permits through. We've just got it back online where we can race on farmland again, but it's still so hard to get these permits through with environmental causes and stuff like that. They're just making it really hard to race. The only reason we can keep running these races at the Heathcote Park is because it is a motorsport complex. The events that we're running down at Neerim and Almax, down in the rainforest with the big muddy hills, we just haven't been able to run them and we're just going through the permits now to get them back on. The Smiths are back on board running events and between them and me and a few others, hopefully we'll get Victoria back on the racing scene and get them races down in that nice greasy high country area and have some fun again. The events we're running, we've got events on nearly from May onwards every month, a big lead up to the Outback Challenge that Chipper and Huddy are running. Chipper and Huddy have been racing for about the last 15 years, so they really know a lot about the sport and they've been there and been in the Outback and they're both top blokes to get along with. So come along to these events and get your cars up and running and look at entering the Outback Challenge. It's going to be one of the biggest events around. The Outback Challenge was an event that was run back in the 90s and run right through by van horses, and the event's currently stopped and Chipper's doing his best to get some sponsors on board and make this race happen. So it's going to be a great event. Get back into the week-long muddy swamps and the big winching and the sand dunes, and everyone gets together and goes to these big events and back each other up and keep your trucks alive, and that's what it's about, going away and racing and sorting out the men from the boys. For more information, go to 4 Wheel Drive TV and look at the calendar. Simon and Miranda do a great job of keeping the calendar updated and what events are on. So if you're looking for something to do for 4 Wheel Drive events, look on 4 Wheel Drive TV's website and you'll soon see where there's an event on. You can also go to the CCDA website to see the calendar of racing for the Victorian Winch Challenge seasons and all the CCDA events that are running this year.
G'day, I'm Tim from Oricom. Today I'm going to talk to you about selecting a good high quality handheld radio kit. Now, what you'll find in the market is you can buy a general radio, but you can also buy them in a full kit. When you're looking for a good quality handheld kit, the minimum you should be looking at is a good sturdy carry case. easy to put the unit away, easy to throw it in the back of the car. It's not going to get damaged. You're not going to have to go out and buy yourself a new radio every time you get out on the track. Inside that case, you should find your 2 radios. Now, in this kit, we've got 2 watt radios, which will give you good range, good penetration, good, clear, crisp signal quality. You should also have your battery kits in there as well. And then you should have both AC adapters for 240 volt charging, but also your 12 volt adapters. Not everywhere you go is going to have 240 volts. So at least with this kit, we can charge it on the go, keep our radios topped up, ready to use at any time. We also strongly recommend speaker mics. Now, speaker mics, you plug into the side of the radio, you can wear the radio on your belt, and then what you've got is a lapel mic. You hook this up on your shoulder, and you've got both your speaker and your microphone up there for good, quick, clear, crisp communication. This is what we see as the minimum you should expect in any good handheld radio pack. Now, here at Oricom, we're really proud of our association with 4-wheel drive TV. And this year, the Your Rig prize winners will be taking home one of these fantastic quality Oricom 2-watt handheld packs, including all these accessories. You've got your car chargers, you've got your 240 volt chargers, and you've also got the speaker mics included in this pack. For more information on how to be involved in the 4-wheel drive TV Your Rig segment, contact Simon. He'll tell you all about it.
Hi, I'm Annabelle, and this is our Toyota Prado 2007 1KD diesel. My husband has done most of the work on it, and unfortunately he couldn't be here today, so I decided I'd come along for a fun day. It's got a bull bar, UHF radio, raised suspension. At the moment we're looking at putting a dual battery system in and also a winch. We'd probably like to raise it a bit more, put a bit of lift in it. It's a bit hard because it is a daily driver. We don't want to get it too out there, but if we can raise it a bit more, we'll be able to go a bit further and definitely put a snorkel on it, do some more water crossing. Generally we go up to the high country, Woods Point, Dargo, a few times. Love camping at Dargo and Woods Point. It's the best place you can go in the high country for sure. Especially Easter and Christmas, we go with a group of friends. So we've only recently had this. This is only a few months old. Previously we had a Mitsubishi Pajero manual. Definitely a step up and definite change.
For details on the next Your Rig trip, keep an eye on the 4-wheel drive TV Facebook page. But for those selected, each weekly winner takes home a Berrima Diesel cap, a Wild Deer and Hunting Adventures magazine, a Dirt Comp magazine, a copy of Blitz magazine, a Manel Motors stubby holder, a Mean Mother stubby holder, a Mean Mother coffee mug, a U-Fix-It windscreen repair kit, an emergency ration of gear oil from 360 gearboxes, a complete Donaldson diesel fuel filter kit including chassis mount, a plug-and-play Narva driving light harness, a serve of Sanitarium Up and Go, a stubby of Bundaberg ginger beer, a Narva pocket LED light, a SolarPod USB solar charging device from Roller Solar, a set of the legendary Smart Scissors and a knife sharpener from our friends at Keesler, a complete Oricom tradie kit featuring 2 UHF radios, charging stations, microphones and batteries, a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's basting, marinating, tasting and dipping sauce, a pair of the innovative expander pegs, a pair of large 4-wheel drive TV stickers, one of the new ARB Airlocker t-shirts, an ARB jacket, a pair of ARB socks, an ARB cap, and it's all neatly packaged up in an ARB cargo gear carry bag.
Thank you, Simon Miranda. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the great day, 4-wheel drive TV. It's been fantastic, and thanks to all the sponsors for the prizes. Cheers.
G'day, I'm Dean from Safari Snorkels. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the benefits of putting a snorkel on your 4x4. A snorkel is a watertight raised air intake, raising the vehicle's air intake from in the inner guard area to up to the windscreen level, allowing you to do river crossings with assurance that the vehicle's air intake is not going to be swamped by water and getting you safely across the other side. This allows you to do a deep river crossing with assurance that there will be no water ingestation causing harmful damage to your engine. There are other benefits of putting a snorkel on your vehicle. You are getting a lot cleaner airflow and cooler air into the air filter of your vehicle, which in some cases may prolong the life of your air filter and delivering a lot cleaner airflow into the engine. In some cases, increasing fuel economy and also performance. I'm Dean from Safari Snorkels. I hope that helped. Talk to you next time.
Every series on 4-Wheel Drive TV, we have a fantastic list of prizes thanks to our generous sponsors. First up, taking home the 12-month subscription to Dirt Cop magazine is David Hansen from Pannawonica in Western Australia. Next up is the complete Spanset Outback Recovery Kit, and this is won by Rob Madden from Winston Hills in New South Wales. The Nava Ultimate 225 Halogen Driving Light Kit is won by Belinda Maluri from Wangaratta in Victoria. Dennis Barukas from Bankstown in New South Wales will now be enjoying hot food on the go with a brand new Travel Buddy 12-volt car oven. And the big one, the ARB $500 gift voucher, goes to Kirsten Barrett from Ormo in Queensland. Congratulations to all of the winners. Watch out for the current series prizes and check 4wheeldrivetv.com.au for more information.
Hi, my name's Matt Frost from ARB. I've been representing ARB for a little over 20 years now at 4-wheel drive shows, but I have to say this new Explore Australia show is shaping up to be one of the most exciting events we've been involved in. There's several reasons for this. First of all, the organisers of the event have done a fantastic job at getting the whole of the 4-wheel drive industry together in one place, which doesn't always happen. There's lots and lots of different shows around the country, but they've done a great job of getting all the key players into one place at once. The other thing they've done is attract a great portfolio of other exhibitors from other industries, so it will be a true outdoors adventure style show. Of course, it's fantastic to see that Simon Christie has got well behind this show as well from a media point of view, and Simon has an awesome amount of experience at running 4-wheel drive events. It really is going to be a spectacular event. ARB will have a very large stand there. We'll have all of the late model 4-wheel drive vehicles, Hilux, Land Cruiser and so forth on our stand, and they'll be fully decked out. We'll have 30 or 40 staff on hand who will be there to help prepare you for your travels. So if you're in Melbourne in June, get yourself down to the Explore Australia Expo. It's going to be a cracking event and you're guaranteed to have a great day out.
Hi, I'm Cindy and we're here at the Superior Short Course Rally in Caboolture. I'm racing my Suzuki Sierra 1.3 litre around the track. So we have a 2-inch suspension lift with Goodyear Wrangler tyres, 1.3 litre fuel injected engine, which is out of a Suzuki Swift GDI. That's basically it, pretty much stock. We've currently had 3 races and it's doing quite well. Future modifications is just beefier suspension with hydraulic bump stops and keep it basically standard. Our next races will be here and possibly out at South Burnett, the flat track's out there. Thanks 4-Wheel Drive TV for covering the event and can't wait to see it on TV.
Well viewers, thank you for tuning in to 4-Wheel Drive TV. We've got plenty of giveaways on the website. Jump onto 4wheeldrivetv.com.au. I'm Simon Christie. Tread lightly, keep it safe, play hard. I'll be in your lounge room next week.